Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to yoga with me, Meg, at noon. I'm sorry I'm a little bit late. Sorry for this shadow behind me too. Had a couple technical difficulties, but here I am. So let's go ahead and get started, and if you have some oils with you, feel free to grab them. Today we're just going to do more of like a fun flow, lighthearted flow and movement. So if you have any citrus oils like lemon or grapefruit or orange, tangerine, then that would be lovely so that we can just uplift everything and just get everything moving and flowing and have a little more fun. I know things are still like this trying time and it's very challenging and we're still in it, so just hang in there. This is definitely a marathon, so just be good to yourself, okay? Let's go ahead and start. If you have any blocks or props, go ahead and grab them. Hopefully you guys can see me okay. I know the lighting's not amazing today, so you just get to see like my body. I have a giant head circle window as my head. Okay, let's start please in child's pose. So you can go ahead and come on down. Toes can touch, knees can reach out a little bit wider. And just really allow yourself to drop into your space. Feel the weight of your hips start to rest toward your heels. Begin to take a couple deep breaths. Just drawing more awareness to your breath so that you can really start to stimulate this awareness of where you're at today. And as you connect to your Ujjayi breaths now, begin to build this really gentle rhythm, and the rhythm that becomes this music for you, the rhythm that allows you to tune into yourself, to slow things down, and to make this next hour, this practice, truly a source for you to connect, to be patient, to listen. Take a couple breaths. And if it feels good to choose an intention today or to set the tone for your practice, feel free to do so. Just check in with yourself. And then when you're ready, very slowly rise up to your tabletop position. Stack your shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Spread your toes, tops of your feet move down. So we'll move through your cat-cow. So as you inhale, glide your heart forward and through. And then dome and round as you exhale. Curl the chin toward your chest. Tuck through the pelvis. Dip your belly as you inhale. Exhale, dome round. Couple more. And then find your neutral spine, curl your toes, and let's draw big circles with your hips. Way over to one side, way over to the other. And then stack your shoulders over your wrists. We'll do a little spinal stabilization as you extend your left leg back. Root into your palms, plug into your left palm and reach your right arm forward. Rotate your right wrist and your left ankle one direction and the other. And then inhale, lengthen, re-extend. Exhale as you draw your elbow and your knee in toward one another. Then take two more. Breathe in and breathe out. Last one. Re-extend and then release. We'll take a couple cat-cows, dip the belly, lengthen your heart, dome round, exhale. Neutral spine, extend your right leg, right heel, push into your palms, left arm extends. And energize, heel back, arm forward. Breathe in and then exhale, dome round. Two more. Good, we extend arm and leg, rotate your ankle, your wrist. And then release. Inhale, dip your belly, glide heart forward, exhale, round. Neutral spine, walk your knees back, lift the hips, press back to downward facing dog. So you can deeply bend into your knees or walk out your dog. Spread your toes wide, make sure your feet are hips width distance. Gaze at your fingers, make sure your fingers are spread. The palms are shoulder width distance or a little bit wider. And as you exhale, feel your navel pull in toward your spine. Try to lessen the weight of your heart space. Try to press it back toward your toes, elongating your spine. You can always take a deeper bend or a gentle bend into your knees so that you have a really lengthened spine. You're not rounding or crunching in any way. Take 2 more breaths. And then gaze forward, walk your feet up behind your wrists, come into Ragdoll Pose. So knees can bend quite a bit. Nestle your pinky fingers in your elbow creases and sway a little bit from side to side. Relax your neck and your head. You find your center, palms to hips, knees can bend. Inhale, rise as you come all the way up to center to standing. Stretch, reach your arms up and over to Tadasana, and then exhale, palms come down to heart. Inhale, arms up, Tadasana. Exhale, fold forward, bow, Uttanasana. Knees can bend as you come all the way down. Palms to shins, half lift, heart forward. Squeeze your shoulder blades in toward one another. Plant your palms, step back to plank pose. Plank, we'll set it up this time, so shift an inch forward, and then everyone lower to your knees. Tops of your feet root down, shift another inch. Chaturanga, elbows graze past your ribs, come all the way down to your belly, all the way down. Tops of your feet root, gentle cobra, back of your neck nice and long. Exhale, release your chin down, curl the toes, push up to your plank or tabletop through plank. And then exhale, press it back to downward facing dog. Take a couple breaths. One more deep breath. And gaze forward, lightly step, walk top of your mat. And halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rise all the way up to Tadasana. And palms to heart. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward, bow, Uttanasana, come all the way down. Halfway lift, heart forward. This time step your left leg back, left leg way back. Left palm can stack underneath your shoulder or on a block. Reach right arm up towards the sky, twisted low lunge. Now energize your front knee close toward your midline. Rotate your top wrist, one direction, the other. Stretch and reach your arm forward, frame your front foot, pyramid variation. So hips up towards the sky. You can micro bend or deeply bend into your knees. Find your low lunge, and we'll steer over toward the left side. Lunge into your right, flexing through your left foot. We'll breathe into this left side, honoring the right knee bend as well. You can prong your fingertips or even reach palms to heart. And then we'll walk over to your left. Again, just waking up into this left side, hip, right side hamstring. And then we'll come back into a mini prasarita, or gentle prasarita, wide stance, ground into your palms, half lift in your heart, and then hinge forward as you bow. And then half lift in your heart. We'll steer your torso back to the front, low lunge to the front. Frame your front foot, ground your palms, sweep your right leg up and back, three-legged downward dog. Bend your knee, open up through your hip. Now draw big circles in and out. And then re-extend, square your hips. Exhale to downward facing dog. Shift forward to plank pose. Now full chaturanga. Shift another inch forward. Now lower just halfway, so elbows pinned to your ribs. Inhale to upward facing dog. So shoulders stack right over wrists. Heels gather toward one another, thighs are lifted. And exhale, press back. into downward facing dog. Deep breath in, and deep breath out. Inhale, and exhale. Gaze forward, lightly step, walk top of your mat. Halfway lift, exhale to fold, and rise all the way up to Tadasana, and palms to heart. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward, bow, Uttanasana. Halfway lift. Now your right leg steps way back, right leg way back. Right palm underneath your shoulder, reach, inhale, left arm up towards the sky. Twisted low lunge. Again, little to no weight in your bottom wrist. You can use a block if you'd like. Yeah, hug the front knee closer toward the midline. And then release, pyramid variation. So you can deeply bend or micro bend in your knees. Maybe start to straighten the legs and energize your front heel back. You can always use blocks to frame your front foot. Now find your lunge, and this time we'll rotate onto your left hip, left side, bending into the left knee, flexing, charging through the right side, and coming over to the other side, lunging into the right, lifting heart. And this time we'll actually lunge into the right side. We'll come to the back of your mat, framing your front foot, grounding through your palms, slowly sweeping your right leg up and back, bend the knee, open the hip, and draw your big circles in and out, and downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg into the sky, and then bend the knee, stack the hip, open, and draw your big circles in and out. And re-extend and downward facing dog. Shift forward to your plank pose. Shift that other inch forward. Chaturanga, lower down halfway, all the way. Inhale, up dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Couple breaths. One more deep breath in. And gaze forward, lightly step, walk top of your mat, halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rise, come all the way up to Tadasana, and palms to heart. Inhale, arms up, and exhale, palms to heart. Sink down low, feet touch, chair pose, Utkatasana. So your toes can touch, create a sliver of space in your heels, lengthen your arms up, soften your shoulders back and down. See how low you can sit into your chair, and then power on your glute muscles. Really feel the glutes engage, the heart lifts. Now palms through heart, prayer twist over to your right, left elbow hooks to the outside of the knee. Soften this top shoulder back and down. Palms come closer to the center of your chest as you rinse and twist. Untwist, arms come back up, frame your face. Now exhale, palms through heart, prayer twist to your left. So the right elbow now hooks to the outside of the knee. Pull the navel in, soften this top shoulder back and down. 2 more breaths. Untwist, arms up, and stand tall, palms to heart, Tadasana. Inhale, arms up, Tadasana, and exhale, palms through heart, fold forward, Uttanasana, come all the way down, halfway lift, and step your right leg way back, right leg back, steer your torso toward the front, back to your Prasarita, find your center, push down, half lifting your heart, and then hinge forward, bow forward. Again, half lifting your heart, place your left palm underneath your face or maybe fist, reach right up towards the sky. Top palm to the top to the low back, half bind or inner left hip crease, opening through your heart and your chest. Re-extend arm, release it down, right palm underneath your face or on the block, left arm up. Stay here or take your half bind, top palm to the low back, inner hip crease. Re-extend, and then release. Push down, half lift in your heart, palms to hips, knees bend. Inhale, rise, come all the way up. Inhale, arms up and over, and then palms to heart. Right toes point forward. We'll come into your warrior two. Stacking shoulders over hips, extending your arms. Looks like I'm gonna have that giant circle window head. All right, reach forward as you inhale, extended side angle elbow to the thigh or the inside. Bottom palm can be then reached to the inside of your top foot. Option to take a half bind or a full bind as well, opening your heart space towards the sky. And you can stay there in your low lunge, reverse your warrior. Breathe into your right ribs. Soften this top shoulder back and down. Take one more deep breath. And windmill your arms to the inside of your front foot. We'll come on into a runner's lunge. So toe your foot up into the top right corner of your mat. You might stay up on the palms, or you can come down to your elbows or your forearms. Back knee can lower. You can even bend your back knee. I like to take this version where you glide the back knee forward and then kind of slice the front foot back. Your back toes can even root down. You can lift the heel or the knee up. Couple more breaths. And then go ahead and rise back up to your palms. Place your left palm underneath shoulder, beyond the shoulder, reach right arm back toward your back toes. You can guide the heel to the outer left side of your hip now, exploring a bit of a back bend with a gentle twist and a quad stretch. Release your toes. Line your front knee in the hip, back knee lifts. Ground into your palms, gently sweep right leg up and back, three-legged downward dog, and then bend the knee, open up through your hip. Re-extend, exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Up dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Couple breaths. And bottom of your exhale, gaze forward, bend the knees, step hop, or even float it, top of your mat, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. That's moving. And inhale, rise, come all the way up to Tadasana. And exhale, palms to heart. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward, bow Uttanasana. This time, please finger your big toes, feet or hips with distance. Wrap your fingers around your toes, take a half lift in your heart. Hinge forward, bow forward, pull your elbows out, curl the chin in. Half lift in your heart, and then fold. Release your toes, palms to hips, inhale, rise, come all the way up, arms up, and palms to heart. This time, step your right leg back, steer to the right side, all toes point out. We'll find your prasarita stance, but this time, draw your heels in and your toes out. Then we'll sink your palms to your thighs, we'll dip one shoulder in, preparing for a horse pose, gentle twist, and then over to the other side. And then reach your arms up and over, palms come to heart. Elevate your heels up and off. Keep your shoulders stacked right over your hips. Pull your heels toward one another. Bandhas in, pelvic floor in. One more breath, sink a little lower. Lift your heels higher. Root your heels, stand tall, inhale. Then warrior two to the front. Left toes point forward, shoulders stack over wrists again. Think of squeezing your feet toward one another, soften the shoulders back and down. Now reach forward as you inhale, extended side angle. Again, elbow to the thigh or inside, or go deeper. Top palm can wrap. You can take that full bind, honoring upper body and low body in that same plane. Arm variation, slowly release. Reverse your warrior, stay low on your front leg. Soften this top shoulder back and down, take one more breath. And exhale, windmill arms to runner's lunge. So both palms to be inside of your front foot. Toe your foot up and left. Make sure your knee is not in front of your ankle or your toes, so it's behind it. And again, choose this side for this side. You can stay on the palms or lower down to your elbows, forearms. Back knee can lift. Can bend the back knee. Glide the back knee forward. Front foot back even. Slowly rise back up to your palms, right palm. Now again, under shoulder. We'll take your quad stretch, bend your back knee. You might just reach back for the back wall if you can't quite reach your toes. Or grab a hold of your toes, guide your heel to the outer right side of your hip. Begin to spiral your heart upward towards the sky. Pull your navel in and keep pushing bottom shoulder down and away. Good, release your toes. And slowly lift your back knee up and off. Sweep, reach, left leg up and back. Bend the knee, open through the hip. Re-extend and downward facing dog. Shift forward to plank. Chaturanga. Up dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. And one more, breathe in. And breathe out. Now reach your right leg up to the sky. We'll do a little bit of core. Kiss your knee to nose, so shoulders stack right over wrists. Inhale, right leg lifts to the left elbow or the tricep. Inhale, right leg to the right elbow or tricep. Inhale, right leg. Step through to lunge. Find your feet. Rise up to high lunge or crescent lunge. Stacking shoulders over wrists, over hips. Lean your torso forward a little bit. Smear into your ball mound of your back foot. Now palms through heart, revolve, crescent over to your right. Left elbow hooks to the outside of the knee. Pull your navel in, soften your top shoulder down. Couple more breaths. And untwist, frame your front foot again, pyramid variation. Find your lunge. Spin your back foot flat. Open it up, warrior two. Back to warrior two, stacking your shoulders. Now straighten out your front leg. Shorten your stance just a little bit. Your back hip faces forward a smidge. We'll prepare for triangle pose. Separate your arms, reach forward until you can't reach any further, and then release. Right palm to the floor, the block, left arm straight up. You can start to spiral your head, your face. Top palm can either wrap. You can take a half bind. Both arms can frame face, lots more core. 2 more deep breaths. Now top palm to the top hip. Gaze down, find a lunge. I'll just shorten my stance. 1 or 2 steps, and you can grab a block. I'll grab one right here. We'll move on to your half moon or Tadasana. Half moon. So the block supports you directly underneath your shoulder. You'll flex through your left foot, charge it out and through. Gaze starts down until you find some stability. If you do find stability, eventually you can reach the gaze out, up. Floating foot can also kick back. Since we've warmed up our quads, you can take a quad stretch or even like a open face dancer's pose. Couple more breaths. All right, and then gaze down, place your left palm down, square your hips, chamber your left knee behind your right. And again, you can use your block if you like. Extend your heel way back. Move on to some standing splits. Draping your torso toward your right thigh. Lifting your left heel up. And exhale, left foot meets your right. Feet at hips with distance. This time, flip your palms towards the sky. Tadasana. Slide your palms underneath your feet so your toes kiss the creases of your wrists. Half lift to lengthen, and then a fold to bow forward. Elbows go out, chin curls in. Couple more breaths. And release your feet, palms to hips. Inhale, rise all the way back up. Stretch, reach your arms up and over, and palms to heart. All right, inhale, arms up. And fold forward, bow, Tadasana. Halfway lift, inhale. And exhale, plant your palms, step back, or float it back and through. Vinyasa, Chaturanga, or your version, you can always skip it. Up dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Couple breaths. And when you're ready, inhale, reach your left leg up to the sky. Little core, nose, dome round. Inhale, left leg. Use your glutes to the right elbow or tricep. Inhale, left leg to the left elbow or tricep. Inhale, left leg, step it through to lunge. Find your feet at hips with distance. Ground, rise up to high lunge or crescent lunge. Again, your shoulders can lean forward just a little bit, making room for your low back. Engagement in your glutes, shoulders are softened down. Palms through heart, revolve crescent to your left. The right elbow now hooks to the outside of the knee. Grounding through your feet, feeling your torso gently lift up and off from your front left thigh. Exploring your rinsing and your twisting. 2 more breaths. Nice, you guys. Untwist, frame your front foot, back to pyramid variation. And then your low lunge. Now spin your back foot flat, open it up, warrior 2. So we've been here before, so you just drop into it, try to sink into it as you engage and lift. Now straighten out your front leg, preparing for your triangle. So again, you can shorten the stance, back hip faces forward a little bit, reach forward, and then release. Triangle, left palm to shin, block floor, right arm up. Now as you ground through your legs, you can steady yourself as you open your heart space upward towards the sky. Choose any arms as it's comfortable, half bind, bottom arm can float, both arms can frame your face. Arm variations release, now top palm to the top hip. Go ahead and grab your block, place it to the outer pinky toe edge of your front foot, about 4 inches toward the pinky toe. And we'll slide the block, the back foot up for your half moon. Again, making sure your shoulders stacked over your wrist, your front left toes point forward, flexing through your right foot, perhaps sending the gaze out or eventually up. If you're feeling really steady, you can take your quad stretch, your dancer's variation, opening your heart, your hips. Try not to sink down into joints, but really engaging and lifting through that stretch. Release the right arm, right leg if you took the variation. Very slowly close the right shoulder, right palm down, right hip squares forward. Now chamber the right knee behind your left and extend, reach right heel back. Level the hips as best you can. And very gently release, right foot meets your left. This This time click your heels to touch toes a little bit wider, like first position in a dance, and then bend into your knees, kind of come into a squat. This is Garland Pose. Now strum your fingertips kind of forwards and suction them down as you gently tug your armpits and your lats back. And we'll slowly root your palms back down. We'll move on into your crow pose, Tadasana. So the fingers spread, the heels can lift, knees gently rest behind your armpits, the meaty parts of your arms or your triceps, right? And then go ahead and gaze forward. We'll move on to crow pose. So if you know it, feel free to get into it. If you're still working, I'll give you some tips where you can use a block, maybe nice and tall out, just about a foot from your fingertips. Palms spread wide, about shoulder width distance, fingers spread wide. Then the gaze comes forward, chin away from your throat. Knees rest behind. You can stay there, but really engage through the core, fill the back of your heart, broaden through your collarbones. Maybe lift one toes, both toes up and off. You can start to rest your forehead on the block. And go ahead and play with it. Sometimes you can start to feel your arms start to straighten even more, just building more core, more strength. And when you are ready, let's ground into the palms. We'll step it back and through a vinyasa, or your version. Again, you can skip it if you need to. We'll meet in down dog. Deep breath in, deep breath out. One more, breathe in, breathe out. Gaze forward, bend the knees, step, hop, or float. Top of your mat, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. And rise, come all the way up to Tadasana. And palms to heart. This time ground into your right leg and reach your left knee up hip height. Go ahead and interlace your fingers around your left knee and then rotate your left ankle one direction and the other. Flex through the left foot. Now you can either keep your left foot interlacing the fingers, right? Or you can dome and round, interlacing fingers underneath your left foot. As if you can slide your palm back and forth from the ball mound of your foot. Try to keep this kind of doming, but connection to the suctioning of your core. You can stay here or extend your heel forward. You can keep a deeper bend or a soft bend in your sitting leg. To go deeper, forearms frame your shin. You curl your chin toward your throat. And if you fall, that's all good, right? Slowly come on out. Lifting the shin, palms to hips, knee at about 90 degrees, and then arms up. And then very slowly release left toes, ball mound of your foot, arms down. Rotate your right wrist or your right ankle, and we'll switch sides. So your left foot roots, lift up and out from your hip, flex through your right, rotate right ankle again, one direction, and the other. Now go ahead and interlace your fingers in front of your right shin. You can totally stay here, again, without locking out your standing leg. Feel some lift through the quad and the knee. Or you can start to dome and round forward, interlacing fingers underneath your right foot. Again, like you can slide the palms back and forth, either staying here or extending your heel forward. Option, you can keep the knee bent also, or both knees bent. Final option to frame forearms to shin, reach your forehead toward your knee. When you're ready, slowly release. Let's try to rise back up to that 90-degree bend in your leg, palms to hips, and then arms up. And then slowly release, toe mound all the way to the heel. Nice, you guys. I'm going to face you this time so you can see my big circle light head. Okay, so we'll go to the other side. So this time we'll go lateral. So lots of hamstrings today. Ground into your right. And this time you'll hike your left knee up and you'll swing your knee out. So without cranking on the opening of the hip, just find that natural opening where your hip flexors, your hip ball joint socket feels really comfortable. And that'll look different for everybody. Now you can keep your right palm on the hip or extend your right arm out. Option, you can even grab a strap around your foot or peace finger the big toe and extend the heel out laterally. From there, you're lifting up. You can option, gaze out right. Come back to center. You can bend into the knee and swing the knee forward at 90 degrees and then release, toe, ball down, heel, rotate your right ankle. Other side, ground into your left. So you'll hike your knee up, find stability in your foundation. Again, feel the glutes do the work. The left glutes engage. Now swing the knee out. Rotate your right ankle. Let it feel good in your hip socket so you're not stretched out. Even on the standing leg, you're still engaging, you're lifting. Option to extend the left arm or peace finger the big toes. You can even start to gaze out left. Couple more breaths. Slowly come back to center. Realign your knee at 90 and release, toe mound, heel. All right, we'll go ahead and step to the top of your mat. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, fold forward, bow down. Halfway lift. Plant palms, step or hop it back to your plank pose. Hold your plank. Place your right palm to the center of your mat. Roll into the knife edge of right foot or the bottom knee. Extend, reach left arm up. You can stay here. You can scissor the toes, the legs. You can peace finger the big toe mound. Extend the heel. And slowly release back to your plank. Other side, left palm to the center. Check in with this side, this shoulder you can always lower to your bottom knee. Choose any variation. Tree, toe, scissor the legs. Come back to center. Final optional vinyasa. Up dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. One more, breathe in. Breathe out. And shift forward to your plank. Shift another inch forward. Chaturanga all the way down. Tops of your feet stay rooted. Elbows point up. Back of your neck long. Gentle cobra. Now hover your palms about an inch or so up and off. Release down. Relax your arms either out wide like cactus arms. Gaze to one side. And chin back to your mat. This time bend into your knees. Capture the outsides of your feet. Squeeze your knees toward one another. Kick down, lift up. Try to create a super smiley face with your whole body. One more deep breath. And release, opposite direction, gaze. Relax your legs, sway your heels from side to side. Chin back down. Let's go ahead and push back up to your tabletop. And we'll widen the knees, we'll press it back to your child's pose. Couple breaths. And we'll slowly rise back up to your tabletop. We'll swing your legs through as you cross your ankles. You can either just come through, swinging your legs through and forward. Another fun way, and you can work with some ideas to get your strength building, but you can grab some blocks and place them so that they're hips width distance. So as we work through lifting and using our core, we can ground the palms underneath your shoulders. You'll cross at your ankles, and from there, you're hiking your knees up toward your chest to swing your legs all the way down and through. To build some more strength from that, you can ground into your palms on your shoulders, push down, lift your hips up a couple inches, hold, and then release back down. Push up, hold. Another way is to lift your heels up, full 90, hold, and then release. And then when you're done with the blocks, you can work towards, I like to kind of use my knuckles, it's easier on my wrists, knuckles underneath your shoulders, ground with your arms, crossing your ankles, and then swing your legs up and through. And then there you go, fun way to get down through. Release your glutes, flex through your feet, stretch your arms up, and hinge forward. You can widen your hips back, nice and broad if you like, hinge forward, take a half lift in your heart, and then fold even deeper. Start to massage your feet or bend your knees as much as you need to get there to just give some touch and stimulation for blood flow, for fascia, for energy, just for simple touch, since I know we're not all getting that, even if it's just from friends and family and loved ones. So give yourself that gift, the sensation. And then work your massage up your legs, as you can already see I'm doing that, kind of like you're squeezing out a bar of soap. And then go and wrap your fingers behind your back and your sacrum, and you can begin to really start to massage into your upper sacrum. And so we'll go ahead and lift up, lengthen through your heart. And we'll take 3 swipes down your legs. Lengthen up, breathe in, deep breath in. Open mouth, let it go. Flip your palms up towards the sky. You can shuffle all your weight forward as you micro bend in the knees, and then slowly lower all the way down. 1 vertebra at a time. Once you're down, straighten your legs and your arms up and overhead, point your toes. Feel a gentle arch in your low back. Take a deep breath in. Let it go. Another deep breath. And then we'll go ahead and hug your right knee in toward your chest. We'll actually bend both knees rather at almost mats with distance or hips with distance. Now we'll go ahead and flatten your low back down and out so your tailbone kind of tucks a little bit. And we'll straighten your right leg up and cross it over your left like a figure 4. Now you'll thread your palms through that right side triangle of your leg and interlace your fingers either behind your left hamstring, on top of your left shin or knee. But just gently guide your right knee forward as you keep tucking your chin a little bit. And from here, if you want to go deeper, you can even extend your left foot down and cradle your right shin. You can even extend your left leg long completely. Bending into your left knee and extend and reach your right arm, right leg back up towards the sky. And this time, go ahead and bend your right knee like a half happy baby, either wrapping behind your calf, your shin, the knife edge of your right foot. Just gently tugging the right knee, right hip down. Re-extending the right leg, and then we'll cross the right leg over your left, allowing your knees to gently drape over to your left. The right shoulder seals down, gazing over to the right. twist, and just try to match your breaths with your twisting. See if you just notice the rise and fall of your belly. You might even close your eyes, just feeling really tuned in to being with yourself. Even if this is the only moment for yourself today, other distractions. As you exhale, gently draw the knees back in through center. Unravel your right leg, charge it up towards the sky. You can keep your left knee bent or straighten the leg out completely, and then really slowly extend the right leg using your core all the way down. Right foot meets your left. Bend both knees, hug them in toward your chest. And release your right or both feet. Left leg extends. You'll hook your left ankle over your right for that figure four. And you'll interlace the fingers underneath your right hamstring. Again, guiding the left knee forward, perhaps interlacing the fingers on your shin. Releasing your right foot down, and then taking that half happy baby again. So this time stacking the foot over the knee, guiding the knee down. Trying to really flatten your sacrum down. You might start to lift into the right side because you're pulling on the left, but try to equalize. Now extend your left leg up, wrap your leg over your right. Supine twist, both arms can reach out like cactus arms. You might shuffle to the left a little bit. Now drape your knees over to the right as your gaze falls left. And then very, very slowly as you exhale, draw the knees back up through center. Unravel your left leg, stamp it towards the sky. You can extend the right foot down and then lift up and out from your hip as you can and extend lower all the way down. Hug both knees in. Give yourself a nice squeeze. And then we'll take happy baby, stacking your feet. Knees can rock from side to side. And now give yourself a nice loving final embrace. Take a deep breath in. And release, relax to your final Shavasana. Well-deserved final pose. So extend your legs long, shuffle your shoulders in a little bit to lift your heart, open your heart. Palms face the sky if that's comfortable for your shoulders and chest. Feet stay at hips width or wider. And just take a couple cleansing breaths. Breathe in through your nose. Let it go. Breath in. Let it go. Last breath in. Release. And just feel the weight of your body as your natural breaths consume all part of you. Feel yourself just escape into your own meditation as you peacefully allow your thoughts to unwind and slow down. Finding a connectedness and an inner peace, even when there's turmoil and chaos moving around. Try to just find that stillness, like the eye of the storm. invite you to stay here for as long as you like this afternoon. If you're ready to reawaken, just wiggle your toes, your fingers, rotate your wrists and ankles. Stretch your arms up and overhead, lengthen your legs. Take a deep belly breath in. Let it go. And then bend into your knees and just roll onto one side in a supported fetal position, using your bottom arm like a pillow in the top palm to just connect you down into the earth. Just check in with yourself. You've created some space and awareness for yourself. Can you continue on with this energy as you just check in right now? How do you feel? What sensations are coming up for you? And with that, go ahead and gently rise up to your seats. You can either sit on a block or bolster or whatever's comfortable to make a really tall, lifted, healthy spine. Place your palms either on your knees or your thighs. Close your eyes. Take a new breath in. Let it go. Stretch your arms up and over. Connect your palms to heart center, bowing toward your right heart. In honor of this constant work to check in, to dive in, to really reflect on what you can do to love yourself more, to love others, to make change. And palms up to third eye. We bow to the earth. Namaste. I thank you guys very much for being here today with me. Again, apologies with this big, bright sun, moon, light head that I had, and for some of the technical difficulties. So I hope you enjoyed your flow today for yourself and got a time to just be with you. I will be here next week, next Tuesday at noon, so hope to see you guys there. Have a good one, drink a lot of water, take good care of yourself, hang in there. I know it's still going, so let's just stay diligent, be healthy, and we're in this. All right, guys, have a great rest of your day. Bye.